Our today's article is application of radioisotope. There are many applications of radioisotopes in agriculture, in industries, or in different industries such as radiocarbon dating. Today we'll see the first application of radioisotope, that is radio dating, or also called as carbon dating. It is the technique which is used to find out the age of historical and archaeological organic sample such as old wood samples and animal or human fossils. The process is like this: when there are cosmic rays are originated from the sun. Cosmic rays are high energy protons. When these cosmic rays are collide with the atmospheric atoms, they will forms a neutron, that is N01, and the neutron which is formed by the collision of cosmic rays and the atmospheric atoms, it will again get bombarded onto a nucleus of nitrogen 14, and that nitrogen 14, when bombarded with a neutron, it will forms carbon 14 isotope. Carbon 14, when neutron is bombarded onto the atmospheric nitrogen 14, it will forms a radioisotope of carbon, that is carbon 14. And when the carbon 14 oxidizes to form carbon 14 dioxide and is transported to a lower atmospheric carbon dioxide, that is carbon 12. Plant absorbs this carbon dioxide during the photosynthesis and take into a carbon 14 in the ratio similar to that carbon 14 in atom. The carbon dioxide having the carbon 14 get absorbed by the plants for the process of photosynthesis. Therefore, that radioisotope carbon 14 as well as the lower atmospheric carbon dioxide, that is carbon 12, both are the parts of a both are into the body of plants. Therefore, the ratio when plants are alive, the ratio of carbon 14 to carbon 12 is constant. But when plant becomes dead, or if we use a wood sample for different purposes, at that time the ratio of carbon 14 to carbon 12 will decreases, and carbon 14 will undergoes the beta decay to form nitrogen 714. Over the time, as ratio of carbon 14 decreases, the carbon 14 has lifetime of T half is equal to 5730 years. From that we can calculate the value of lambda, that is decay constant, by using a formula 0.693 upon 5730. The value of decay constant is 1.21 into 10 raised to minus 4 per year. And from that decay constant, if we compare the given sample with a fresh sample, given sample that is N and fresh sample of a plant that is N0, if we know both the concentration, then we can determine the age of given plant. As plant absorbs CO2 for photosynthesis and part of a carbon 14, similarly when the animals eat that plants or human being eat that plants, means carbon 14 is also a part of their body. And when animals following the death or burial, unstable carbon 14 in bones undergoes the beta decay to form nitrogen 14. By the same way we can find the age of fossils also. This is the process of radio dating, application of carbon 14. Second application of radioisotope is electrical energy, that means electricity from nuclear fission. We in previous lecture we saw that nuclear fission reaction, that is splitting of radioisotope into a different fragments with release of large amount of energy. In the same way, that energy released from the nuclear fission is used to produce a electrical energy, that is electricity. It is used by the nuclear power. Nuclear power is clean and efficient way of boiling water to make steam, which turns turbines to produce the electricity. In nuclear power plants, we use the low enriched uranium fuel to produce electricity through a process called as fission reaction. Nuclear power plant produces large amount of electricity without damaging environment and atmosphere because it is non-pollutant. It releases zero carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides and sulfur oxides, and also produces large amount of energy. The nuclear energy is converted into a electrical energy by a nuclear power plant. It is the second diagram, that is B, is the schematic diagram of nuclear power plant, and A is the diagram of nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor in nuclear power plant, here it is the nuclear reactor, and arrangement of nuclear reactor is as shown in figure A. Nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor is the heart of nuclear power plant. It contains and controls the nuclear chain reaction to produce heat through a process of fission. That heat is used to make steam that spins a turbine to create the electricity. In nuclear reactor there are uranium rods, or we are using the nuclear fusion reaction of uranium because uranium produces about 24,000 kilowatt per hour of energy, which is much than that of burning of coal, other oils or other natural gases. Therefore, it is very beneficial because nowadays we know the cost of petrols are very costly. Therefore, there is a need to use such a energy instead of petrols and diesels. Now, what is nuclear reactor? Nuclear reactor, it is a device for using atomic energy in controlled manner for peaceful purpose. In nuclear reactor, there is a source of water, neutron source, steam is generated from the boiling water with the help of uranium rods. When uranium 235 or plutonium 239, which are fissionable material, both the uranium and plutonium undergoes the nuclear fission reaction. Therefore, we use here both substances. When they undergo the fission reaction, after absorbing either of the neutron, either maybe a slow neutron or fast neutron, it will undergo the nuclear fusion reaction, and when it is stacked with a heavy water, deuterium oxide or graphite, it is called moderator. The neutron is produced into a fission, pass through a moderator and lose a part of energy. Slow neutrons also captured with initiate the new fission reaction. We saw the chain reaction. In chain reaction, the number of neutrons are produced. As number of neutrons are produced into the nuclear fission reaction, the reaction will be continued. The cadmium rods, here in nuclear power plant, the nuclear reactor is there. There is a one control rod. In nuclear reactor, uranium fuel rods are there, which creates the heat energy. Therefore, the boiling water is converted into a more steam. Cadmium rods are also inserted into a moderator because they have ability to absorb the neutron. The rate of chain reaction is controlled. The energy is released as heat As energy is released at heat, therefore more steam will be formed by the boiling water into a nuclear reactor. This energy is released as a heat and removed by a circulating liquid from a coolant, because it is connected to a cooling tower. In that there is a condenser which converts the steam into a liquid. The coolant which has absorbed for producing the steam and pass through a turbines which produces a electricity, and that electricity from the turbines is useful for different purposes, for civilian purposes, for ships and for submarines. Means this is the second application, nuclear power plant of radioisotope, from the radioisotope uranium. Third application of radioisotope is medicinal use. Most of the radioisotopes are used into hospitals and large medical clinicals for Department of Nuclear Medicines. Some radioisotopes are used for the diagnostic purpose and some are used for the therapeutic purpose. Here the given chart shows the medicinal use of radioisotope. The chromium 51 isotope, which is having half-life of 28 days, which emits the gamma radicals, which is useful for the disease, that is spleen imaging. Then next isotope, that is iron. It is one of the isotope of iron, Fe59, having a life period of 45 days, which emits beta and gamma particle. It is used into a disease of bone marrow function. Some radioisotopes have large use into a therapeutic way for different types of cancers. For example, P phosphorus with 1530 having a lifetime half-life period is 14 days, which emits beta particles and that are useful into the disease of leukemia. Cobalt 60 having half-life 5.3 years, which emits beta and gamma particle used in the therapeutic cancer. Iodine 53-131, it is used into a thyroid cancer. And radium 226 having T half 1620 years, which emits beta and gamma radiations, is used into the implanted in tumors. Means there is a large importance of radioisotopes in a medicinal field. Similarly, the radioisotopes are used in agriculture also. In agriculture, radioisotopes are useful for the products, to preserve the products by irradiation with gamma rays. The gamma rays which are emitted from the cobalt 60 and cesium 137 are useful to preserve the agricultural products. So this is the application of radioisotopes.